Hi, it's Allie with another Tune In Tuesday, the place to get tips and techniques to connect to your inner voice and sing as a creative outlet. And today's question comes from Susan. Susan asked this question last week and I felt like it was so relevant I had to bring it up today. So here's what Susan asks. She says, I don't have any talent, but singing brings me joy. Yes. If I could actually learn how to sing, it'd be fulfilling a dream. But is it worth trying to do so? I love this question, and I really wanted to talk about it because this question brings up two really important things. Number one, Susan says that she sings for joy. Heck yes, that's why we do it, right? So don't ever forget this when we are thinking about the other point she brings up, which is talent. Do I need to have talent in order to sing? That's the big question that I get all the time, and I wanted to tell you that talent actually really has nothing to do with it. It's a big old myth. It's not real. You don't actually need to have talent in order to sing. So let me ask you this. Can you learn anything? Can you learn how to do anything? Yes, the answer is yes. We humans are so dang smart. We have these beautiful, amazing things called brains that allow us to do things like create and achieve and do the impossible. All we have to do is have a serious commitment to it and a consistent practice, right? We already know this. So why is it that singing feels totally different? Well, the reason why it feels different is because singing is innate. It is a part of us. And that's why we have been tricked into thinking that either we have it or we don't. Have you ever thought that before? Like, oh, I don't have it. That person has it, but I don't have it. It's a lie. It's not real. That's not a real thing. Everybody has it. You have it and I have it. You just haven't learned how to use it yet. Now, let me give you a little secret. This actually has little to do with having a good voice or having it, with having a good ear. If you have a good ear, if you've been listening to music your whole life, you can hear when things sound good or they sound bad, and you can kind of identify what's going on in the music. That's really half the battle, I swear. Singing and hearing are so intrinsically connected. It's kind of like our taste and our nose. I just had this experience yesterday where I was like trying to down some immunity booster, and the only way I can get that stuff down is by plugging my nose because it tastes so awful. If you are afraid that you don't have it or that you aren't talented enough to learn how to sing, I encourage you to build your ear first. Start by listening to really good singers. What is it that makes them a good singer? Can you identify the things that you are hearing? If somebody asked you to describe what that voice sounded like, could you do it? And when you feel like you've got that ear part down and you can match pitch really well, and you can kind of hear when things are higher versus lower, things like that, then you can start working on how to actually get better at your voice, right? Again, it's all about consistent practice. Start being aware of what's going on in your body as you're using your voice. What feels comfortable and what doesn't feel comfortable. What you're capable of doing with your voice and what you're not capable of doing with your voice. And the more that you can be aware of what's going on with your voice, the more that you can apply the right techniques so that you can get better, right? Now don't forget that as you're practicing building your ear and singing, you're gonna have all kinds of obstacles that'll try and trip you up. I mean, if you think about it, singing is a vehicle that is attached to our belief system. So if we believe that we can't sound good or that we can't do that with our voice is gonna respond that way. It's not gonna sound good. But if you can start tricking your mind into saying really positive things about your voice, like, I can totally do that, or I may not be able to do that now, but I will be able to do it later, it's gonna be a much smoother process for you. So to answer your question, Susan, yes, it is absolutely worth trying, and no, you do not need to have talent or be born with it to get started. You can start today, you can start by singing right now, because singing can be so unbelievably healing. It can be the medicine to your pain, it can be a tool for creativity, and it can really be the heart of just feeling good whenever you need to. If you enjoyed this video and you know someone who might need this message, be sure to share and like and subscribe so that we can collectively share the secret of singing to everyone. And hey, let's keep this conversation going. Come find me over on social media platforms at The Whole Voice. You can find me in my DM inbox regularly, and I would love to know and hear from you. What is your biggest frustration around singing? How can I help you find and access this beautiful tool that you have inside of you? So let me know. I would love to hear from you, and I can't wait to see you in the next video.